They should have died, but God held the river back. A Christian family's miracle at the broken bridge. The rain had fallen all night, angry and unrelenting, pounding the roof of the retreat center like fists from the sky. Sister Grace held her 3 children close as she peered through the window, silently praying. Her husband, Brother Michael, stood beside her, reading Psalm 121 under his breath. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. They didn't know then that by the next evening, their faith would be tested at the edge of a shattered bridge on the roaring banks of the River Niger, where hundreds would gather, screaming, praying, mourning. But somehow, their car would be the only one that sank, and they would be the only ones who survived. It was Sunday afternoon. The Christian retreat had ended with joyful testimonies. The Owolabis, Michael, Grace, and their children Temi, 12, Dara, 9, and baby Samuel, 1, got into their family car, filled with the presence of God and the sound of praise still ringing in their hearts. Michael played worship songs from the dashboard. The children sang along. Musical notes I have decided to follow Jesus, no turning back, no turning back. They didn't know that only minutes ahead, the bridge that connected them back to the world was no longer whole. As they approached the River Niger, Michael noticed a strange stillness. Normally, this bridge was busy, alive with movement. But now the road seemed empty. Ahead, the sign said, "Bridge under repair. Proceed with caution." He slowed down. They were halfway across when it happened. A loud crack, like thunder under their feet. Then nothing. In a split second, the concrete beneath them gave way. The front tires plunged. The bridge split open like a wound, and their car somersaulted into the raging water below. Grace screamed, grabbing the baby. The sound of metal twisting. Cold water. Darkness. Screams. The car sank fast. The water rushed in. Temi was crying. Dara's voice became muffled. Grace held Samuel above the water, choking and praying. "Jesus, help us. Jesus, don't let us die like this." Inside the sinking car, Michael managed to unbuckle his seatbelt and smashed his elbow against the side window. Nothing happened. He tried again. Suddenly, he heard his daughter shouting, "Daddy, I see light." Through the broken windshield, a soft light glowed underwater. It wasn't natural. It wasn't from the car. Michael later testified that it felt like an angel had swum toward them. The back door of the car popped open by itself. "Go now," he shouted. One by one, he pushed his family out, Grace first with Samuel, then Temi, then Dara. He was the last to swim out before the car sank completely into the riverbed. Up above, people had gathered, watching helplessly. Bystanders shouted. Some were crying. No rescue boat had arrived. Then, out of the water, a hand emerged. Then another. A small body. Then a baby. One by one, dripping wet, coughing and shaking, the entire Owolabi family crawled onto the muddy riverbank, alive. People screamed. Some ran toward them. Others fell to their knees, shouting, "It's a miracle." Someone said they came out of the broken bridge. That car went down completely. But there they were, no bones broken, no water in their lungs, not even the baby. That night, the news stations reported the bridge collapse. Other cars had stopped in time. The Owolabis were the only ones who had fallen, and yet, the only ones who survived. Doctors at the local clinic examined them. No internal injuries. The baby had a mild fever, but even that disappeared by morning. The next Sunday, Brother Michael stood at his church altar and shared the testimony. "I saw death. I saw the river take our car. But I also saw light. I saw grace. The bridge may have broken, but our God didn't. He preserved us in the belly of the deep." Weeks later, the government confirmed that the bridge collapsed due to erosion and poor maintenance. An investigation was launched. But while the world debated, the Owolabis worshipped. They knew this wasn't just about infrastructure. It was about intervention. Michael would say, "If we had come 2 minutes earlier, we would have passed safely. If we had come 2 minutes later, we would have seen the collapse and turned around. But God allowed us to fall, so we could rise as proof of his power." Months passed, and the family began receiving invitations to share their story. Churches, schools, even radio programs. They called it The Broken Bridge Testimony. Temmie began writing songs about what happened. Dara drew pictures of the angel they believed had opened the car door. Grace started praying for families at church who had lost loved ones to accidents. The pain became purpose. The survival became a story of salvation. The River Niger still flows. The bridge is under reconstruction. But the Owolabis are whole, and their faith is stronger than ever. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, Michael says, quoting Psalm 34 verse 19. But the Lord delivereth him out of them all. So if you're reading this and your own bridge seems broken, maybe your marriage, your finances, your hope, remember, God does not need a bridge to rescue you. He walks on water. He parts the sea. And if he could hold back the River Niger for one family in a sinking car, he can surely hold back anything that's trying to drown you too. If this testimony touched your heart, don't scroll away. Share this story with someone who's going through deep waters. Subscribe for more real-life Christian testimonies. And remember, no matter how broken the bridge, God will never let you sink.